Hey guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. This video is going to be my Christmas look. This is the makeup look that I did for Christmas Eve actually. A lot of you liked, commented, and just asked for this tutorial. So that is what I did, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If you're interested in achieving this look, then keep watching. Okay, so the first thing that I did was go in with this Nivea Post Shave Balm and pretty much just put that all over my face. This has a ingredient that's called I believe it's glycerin, and that makes everything stick to your face pretty much. It makes your makeup stick on and just stay on your face longer. It's really good for like the holidays and stuff like that when you're dancing and just out all night, so it'll keep everything sticking on. So that is that. Then the next primer I'm going in with is this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and I'm gonna put that obviously all over my eyelids, and I'm also gonna put it pretty high into my brow bone. Okay, so I just realized that I was filming and my TV was on in the background, so if you heard it, I just shut it off. So, sorry. So the eyeshadow palette that I used for this look is the Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani palette. And I pretty much used almost every, not every shade in here, but almost every shade that I used for my eyes was from this palette. So I'm gonna go in with Stark, and that's this like very nude basic shade, and I'm just gonna pretty much put a huge fluffy brush and just dust this all over my crease. You don't have to be neat with this eyeshadow. You're pretty much just dusting it all over just so that you have a nice base for all the other shadows. It's not gonna give your lid too much color. And you're gonna go all the way up to the brow bone and just dust it out. Make sure there's no like harsh lines or anything. And as we go in, don't worry about going too far down or like where to keep your eyeshadow or where to stop it, because I will show you how to clean that up later. Some people use tape. I did used to use tape, but it's just kind of harsh, and it's a little harsh to put it on that area, and it just makes no sense when you could just take a makeup wipe and just clean it. Then I'm going to go in with Anaheim, and this is pretty much just a shade slightly darker than Stark, and this is going to be like the transition shade. We're just going to keep this in the crease. And I'm going in with the M505 from Morphe, so it's a little more tapered, a little neater than the first brush, because we want to keep it in that area. We don't want to put it all around. And of course, like every step, you want to keep it blended out. So you're going to go in windshield wiper like movements and then circular movements. But you don't want to go around the whole eye just because you want to keep it in that main area. So keep your circles a little bit small, not too dark. Not too dark. Okay, so I brought you guys in closer so you could see. A lot of the shadow is on the outer part or on the highest part of the eye, and here is going to stay pretty empty. So we're going to fill in this whole area with other shades. So don't bring in all these shadows onto this part, which is your lid. I'm going to go in with a G20, and this is just like a really flat, tiny brush. And I'm going to go in with Punk. And as you can see, this is a very maroon type of shade. It's so dark that it is almost like a brown, which you can use brown and that's fine. So I'm gonna put this onto the outer part of my eye, and then you're gonna do the same thing with the inner part. Where your eye pretty much starts, that's gonna be the ending point to the inner part of the eyeshadow. And again, you don't have to be super clean with this. Just making sure that you have the outer and the inner points as not as dark as possible. You can just kind of like pack it on as much as you like. If you want to keep it a little more subtle, you can, or you can make it super dark. I kind of kept it pretty dark, so. And then that is how your lid should look. The center should be completely empty. Okay, so once you have the outer and the inner part of your eyes packed on with that dark maroon shade, we're gonna blend it out just a little bit. So now what I did was I did sort of like a halo effect, which is the outer and the inner part of your eyes is where that dark shade is gonna go. But then at the very top, you're gonna sort of match the shades or like mix the shades together. You're still keeping the center empty, but you're just bringing it, when you blend out, it's gonna drag the shade a little bit on top of that empty area. Okay, now for the lid, which is going to be like that pop of color, that sparkle, that shimmer, I am going to use Pop from the Urban Decay palette again. And I'm going to go in with the same G20 brush. I'm just going to clean it off with some spray. Okay, so I'm going to take that Pop shade and I'm just going to pretty much just put as much product on it as I can, tap it off like once, and then I'm going to put that pretty much in every single part of the lid that we didn't put that dark shade in. Now, if you're able to get your hands on the MAC Prep and Prime like spray water, I would say get that for looks like this. After you put the product on your brush, you're just gonna, from a distance, spray a very little bit of it onto the brush. Do not spray and then get the eyeshadow, because I tried that and that works terrible. I'm gonna take the tapered 505 just to blend out the top so that that still looks blended and not too harsh. And then kind of blend the sides so they mesh together. You can go back and forth between the dark and the shimmer so that you don't lose any of the intensity of like the dark parts. Okay, so you guys can use whatever black eyeliner or anything that you want to use. If you just want to do it right over the lid, if you want to make a winged eye, whatever floats your boat. I used was the Galactic Precise marker or Precise eyeliner marker, and this is what I used for my Christmas look. It was the first time that I'm actually using this. So this has a felt tip for those of you that like that type of eyeliner. I don't really have too much of a preference. So when we clean this up before, it kind of works as a good guideline for your eyeliner. So you can pretty much just follow that line and then just bring it in. So the higher you go up with the eyeliner, the more dramatic it's gonna be. So I went pretty dramatic for Christmas. So, and then what I do is I go about 2/3 up the line and that's gonna be the spot where I then drag it down. And then I just fill in. And you want to get as close to the lash line as possible because you don't want any white parts sticking out. Okay, then for this look, I went in with the Maybelline Falsies Push Up Drama mascara. And I used that for both the top and the bottom lashes. Okay, so I just did the top. I'm not going to do the bottom just yet because I want to do my face and smoke out the bottom lashes and then put on the bottom mascara. So I'm going to do my eyebrows next. I've gotten into the habit of doing them before my foundation. I'm going in with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in a number 7 brush. So then I'm going in with this NYX Wonder Pencil, and this is pretty much just a light pencil that I put underneath my arch just to kind of accentuate the arch and give it kind of a lift. Then I'm going to go in with the light foundation from BH Cosmetics, and this is actually a really great foundation. Okay, so as I've said before, liquids with liquids, powders with powders. So you never want to mix the two. So I'm going to continue the whole liquid thing and use that same CoverGirl concealer. And I'm going to put that underneath my eyes. Then I'm going to take the Shade and Light palette and I am going to go in with Lyric and Levitation and just kind of use them both as a setting powder for that. So I'm going to go in with this flat kind of definer brush. This is from BH Cosmetics. And I'm going to again go in with the darkest shade that we used on the eyes, Punk. And I'm going to put a little bit on it. So I'm just going to take that and just dab it along the lower lash line. I'm not going to drag it. And then I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. contour brush. It's actually a contour brush, but I use it for smudging out the lash line. Now you can go in with the mascara and finish out. I'm going to take that Kat Von D palette again, and I'm going to go in with a Morphe M527. This is just a big fluffy brush. Clearly it's dirty. I'm just going to bronze up the face. I didn't contour too much for this look because I kind of just wanted to keep it the focus on like the eyes. Is that strong? Does that look strong? I don't know. I said I wasn't gonna do strong, but okay. Then I'm going in with this Tarte Holidays Bling It On palette. This is what it looks like. I'm going in with a Morphe E4, and I am going in with that middle shade. Okay, so to highlight, I am using the Anastasia number 23 brush as always, and then the Becca Champagne Glow palette. I'm going to go in with Pearl and with Champagne Pop and just kind of like mix the two together. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Covet Waterproof Eyeliner in Midnight, and I use this on my waterline. It has a very little bit of like glitter within it, so it gives you just a little bit more. Then I'm also going to take a little bit of the Champagne Glow, and I'm going to take that on a tiny flat brush and just put that right in the corner. So for the lips, I wanted to keep it festive, and I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills in Candy Apple, which has a nice little sparkle inside it. But before that, I used Cherry from MAC in their regular lip pencils. So for these liquid lipsticks, you really don't need a lip liner, but I just decided to use one because it's red and I kind of wanted to not mess up. So that is the look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys try it out maybe for New Year's. New Year's is coming up in a couple days. I'm gonna be going on sort of like a booze cruise with my cousin and her girlfriend, so I am super excited for that. I will probably vlog it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I hope you guys all have an awesome New Year's, and I will see you in 2016. Bye. Yeah.
Well, I don't have panties, so.
What?
I said, well, I don't have panties. Like, I have a good load of like 30 panties, and like I'm on my last pair pretty much. So.
Okay. I thought you meant like you're not wearing any panties right now.
Why would I tell you if I'm not wearing any panties?
Cause you're like, so I don't have any panties. I didn't know you were holding that.
Oh my god, that's so awkward. I'm so sorry.
So it's a talk through and it's weird with you here.
It's a talk through? Can I come down? Hello. Yeah.
I just had a little family down.
Yeah. Spell guru. G-U-R-U. What? Guru?
G-U-R-U.
G-U-R-U.
And I'm not a guru, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but okay.
I need help in the kitchen putting stuff away.
Okay, go help her.
I wanna see you talk.
No, it's weird.
It's weird.
Jaclyn Hill doesn't even talk in front of her husband.
You're using the hamper.
Yeah, I don't have a table. Okay, now that the show is over,